February 2020, Melly was involved in a multi-inmate fight inside the day room of his area unit and was given a DR for his role in the fight. October 2020, placed on a room restriction for refusing to go back to his cell as he was trying to hide while on the phone.
And developing now, there's a new push to get rapper YNW Melly out of jail. He's currently awaiting retrial for two childhood friends, but a new lawsuit alleges he's being held in inhumane conditions.
With the Melly trial pushed back to 2027, his legal team used the delay as leverage to push for his release from custody. Reports state that Florida rapper YNW Melly's lawyers have secured a hearing to argue for his release until trial, claiming they now have enough evidence to justify it. Outside the courtroom, his mother gave an emotional update.
Just still praying. I know I said I would give I'll keep everybody updated with what's happening. I know right now we're waiting. So basically the judge is going to do, I guess, a written order. So we're just waiting, and that order can come any minute, or it could come tomorrow. I don't know. So we're just waiting. We're just waiting. So everybody just keep praying, keep having faith. Oh, Tessa, stop. I've been crying too. It's been a long time coming, you know.
But there's a major complication. Reports confirm that Melly's double murder retrial has once again been postponed. On Friday, August 8th, the 4th District Court of Appeals issued a stay, giving the state attorney's office time to review its motion. This stay officially halts the September trial date, moving it all the way to January 2027. Many assume Bortland's trial would also be pushed back, given his connection to the same case.
Here, and you can try them together. It is to the benefit of the state to try them together. It's just more efficient. You don't have to do things again and again. Do it all at once, and also you get a better chance of having them incriminate each other during the trial. It benefits the defense to sever it. That way they can point the finger at each other and get away with it. So this is what's going on. But I don't think it should be automatically severed because the state is seeking a penalty for Melly, because it's only the penalty phase of the trial that would be different, not the guilt phase. The guilt phase, it's the same. They're both capital crimes. You're seeking the penalty on one, not the other, but that goes into the second part of the trial, the penalty phase, only if Melly is found guilty.
But Florida Judge Martin Fine denied that request, ruling that Bortland's trial will still move forward on September 10th, 2025, potentially forcing him to testify against Melly. News outlets noted that a strict no communication order has also been filed, banning Melly and Bortland from speaking, even through lawyers. Prosecutors appear to be setting Bortland up as a key witness against Melly.
Mr. Henry is going to remain set for trial September the 10th at 9 o'clock with Mr. Devins, pending whatever future motion that I may hear. I'm in another capital case right now. I have 4 hearing dates left available between now and September the 10th. I gave the parties those 4 dates, and I'm holding all of those dates and times open only for these 2 defendants. So anything that you need me for, okay?
That's because once evidence is presented to the jury, Bortland could help confirm details that prosecutors say tied directly back to Melly. The judge confirmed that Melly will face trial alongside Bortland in the future.
Those were his lies. Cortland Henry shows up at Memorial Hospital, Miramar. You don't see him sitting there, but where you will see him sitting is in the driver's seat of a car with 2 bodies, a car riddled with bullets. And when he shows up with a change of clothing, change of shirt, powder residue on his hands, evidencing that he had discharged a firearm. And he lies. He lies about where the incident occurred. He lies about how it occurred. And he lies about not having the phone. I think it was Miss Bradley herself who said, everybody has a phone in his pocket, not Cortland Henry.
During a hearing, Judge Fine told Bortland's attorney, "For now, Mr. Bortland is still set for trial on September 10th, with Melly to be joined later." The implication was clear. If Bortland knows he wasn't the shooter, he has little reason to take the fall. That makes it highly likely he will point the finger at Melly when pressed, just as Melly's first defense strategy tried to do against him.
So the right hand of Cortland Henry contained 0 particles characteristic of residue and two component particles. and the left hand contained one particle characteristic of tar residue and one two-component particle.
Okay. And can you explain to us what that means?
Basically, overall, there was tar residue present on the hands.
According to Melly's lawyers, it was Bortlen who lied to federal agents. They say he was the one with gunpowder residue on his hands, and he was physically with Juvie and Sack Chaser when they died. A forensic scientist testified about what that residue truly meant.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortlen was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortlen, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Dimmons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortlen allegedly tampered with the witness.
Bortlen hated how badly things looked for him in court when Melly's first trial ended in a mistrial, and Bortlen posted a cryptic tweet the same day. Mind games don't work on people like me, with a handshake emoji, fueling speculation he was signaling acceptance of a plea deal. Making things worse, police later discovered troubling items in his home.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortlen, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Holy sh! Like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
During a raid of Bortlen's house, investigators found drawings showing the layout of jurors in the courtroom, along with descriptions of how they looked. Those files, now part of official court records, suggested possible jury tampering or intimidation if things didn't go Melly's way.
Same thing, the use of the slap term, 5-point star, the snake. He's saying he's YSL, he's hanging with him. And he puts up his YNW for life hashtag on it with Mr. Demons has the big B hand signs displayed.
Right, and these individuals again, I'm assuming that's also the Young Thug. That's also unknown.
Yes.
Also important to your investigation, correct?
Yes.
Also publicly available for anyone to see and capture.
What makes this even more concerning is that Bortlen may become the prosecution's star witness. He was the only other person present when the murders happened. He knows everything. If Melly crosses him, he has the power to flip. You know. Prosecutors are also trying to link Melly to the Red Street Gang through photos of him with Young Thug, evidence they say Bortlen could help confirm.
Yes, sir. Against our advice, our client wants to proceed.
You object to their request for me to determine this automatic stay.
Based upon what our client has instructed us, yes.
Surprisingly, Melly instructed his attorneys not to fight that gang-related evidence. For the first time in court, he openly rejected his legal team's advice, becoming visibly angry.
Where? 924-071. Call for an automatic stay while
they were aggravators. They go to membership in a gang. There are things that the jury would have to find before going into penalty.
Not aggravator, that's the death penalty. Aggravator, that's the enhancement itself, Your Honor. That was charged. He was charged in committing the murder for the further, which is an aggravator in terms of the guilt.
Something that they would have to find by way of an interrogatory.
Yes.
Witnesses inside the courtroom say Melly was overheard snapping at his lawyers. I don't care. I'm not in no gang. They can't prove that.
Did Vaughn really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Vaughn was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? What the bam? I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around?
Prosecutors, however, are pushing to admit new evidence that was barred during the first trial. That includes testimony from a former O-Block member who allegedly said Melly asked King Von for advice on how to deal with people.
Mariah Hamilton is spending her first day at the Broward County Jail. She has no arrest record until now. U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested her at Miami International Airport Monday after she arrived on an international flight. Court records show Hamilton was ordered to testify in Demon's first trial in 2023.
They now have 2 years to make that testimony admissible. If it comes in, Melly could be finished. On top of that, he faces another separate case that also carries a potential life sentence. Key to that is his ex-girlfriend Mariah Hamilton. She avoided the first trial by leaving the country, but has since returned and been arrested.
State filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
The judge granted her release under one condition. She must testify at Melly's next trial. Immediately after, she posted on Facebook, "Thank you to my village. I love you all so much. God's plan, not mine." Prosecutors also claim they found iCloud evidence showing Melly tried to pressure her into staying silent. That counts as witness tampering, which carries its own life sentence even if he beats the murder charges.
State filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
Melly also lost his jail phone and mail privileges after repeated attempts at contacting witnesses.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
His mother blasted the move in an interview, saying it was inhumane treatment of her son.
You saw Melly's statement just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life. As a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
But critics like Charleston White said they were glad his privileges were stripped, claiming Melly doesn't deserve special treatment.
The YNW Melly, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing about being mistreated when you done chose to play somebody.
Meanwhile, rapper Boozy voiced support for Melly's mom, noting the intense stress Jamie King has been under.
Okay, so then I met his mama while he was in. Oh, okay. I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a.
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
Still, Melly recently scored a big win in court. An FBI agent testified about data pulled from his phone.
Based on the information, you can't really tell the court precisely which locations these phones are following in Kenya.
One of the limitations of cellular analysis is that you can only say a general area where the device would be at a given time.
All right. So even with the general analysis, all of the steps that we've gone through for about 4 or 5 hours, at the end of the day, you can never give an exact location.
True.
And could you tell if somebody was walking around a car with the phone? Would you be able to tell that?
No.
So it'd be your testimony that this phone, 9807, could be from here to here, correct?
Yes.
But it was the next witness, a DNA specialist, that made headlines. Reviewing items found inside the Jeep at the crime scene, he confirmed that Melly's DNA was not found on several key objects.
Going to item number 22, the swab from the Gucci sandals. We're able to compare the profile from Mr. Demons as opposed to the profile developed from those sandals.
I did, and he was excluded.
The stain on the front of the t-shirt, item number 23. We're able to compare Mr. Demons' profile to that.
I did a comparison, and he was again excluded.
What about item number 24, the cutting of the stain of the rear of the t-shirt?
After comparisons were done, he was excluded.
Okay, then on item number 25, the swab of stain from the Air Jordans.
Again, an exclusion.
Going on to item number 26, the swab from the yellow jacket.
An exclusion as well.
And in terms of the item number 27 and 28, the swabs at the Gatorade bottles. What were the results on that?
Those were both exclusions.
However, his DNA was found on the car handle, which wasn't surprising since he was seen getting in the vehicle.
Excuse me, you're able to see? Yes? All right.
The bigger bombshell came when federal investigators tied rapper Fredo Bang to the case, claiming he picked up Melly right after the murders and later dropped him off at a nearby house. Interview. Prosecutors believe Bortland's testimony could finally fill in what happened during the crucial 5-hour window after the crime. In fact, they claim Melly was secretly filmed just hours later, dancing in a parking lot with Bortland, showing no grief for his dead friends.
And Chris Thomas are. So what you're also going to find out is while Mr. Demons is out there on the side of the road, 4 in the morning, 4:42 specifically, he sends a drop pin, digital homing beacon, to his current location to one of his friends, Frederick Givens. Frederick Givens is also involved in the music industry, and he asked to be picked up. Frederick Givens, then about 11 minutes later, is sent another drop pin where Mr. Demons has moved a couple of meters. What you're going to find out as well, though, is these digital leashes, they have more than just phone call.
Even more damning, security cameras caught Melly entering the Jeep before Juvie and Sack Chaser got in. Court filings state the bullet trajectory came from the back left seat, exactly where Melly was sitting. Juvie's own mother confirmed that fact.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! But no, still turned, regardless of what happened. You already know.
Adding to this, prosecutors want to introduce Bortland's police interrogation from the night of the murders, where he was caught lying to cover for Melly.
Can you state your name, your full legal name for the jury?
I'm Leon Phillips.
Okay. And are you related to one of the victims in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right-hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Janelle.
Detectives quickly realized his story didn't line up. When cornered, Bortland got defensive and angry, shutting down the conversation.
Okay, tell me what happened.
Man, I was playing music. Getting off the exit. I was already getting sleepy. Almost home. You know what I'm saying? And like just out of nowhere, like I just heard, you know what I'm saying? So, and I ducked. ducked down, you know what I'm saying, in the car.
Actually,
and I almost crashed the car.
Let me back you up a few minutes. Where were you coming from?
I was coming from the studio, from Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale studio. Which way did you take?
I took I-75, 595 to
75.
Expressway. Yeah.
Then you took 75.
At that point, investigators shifted tactics, asking him unrelated questions, like whether he crashed while driving that night, hoping to trip him up with contradictions.
Here's the hard part where we're having a hard time to understand, is that we shut down that entire area, and we had officers shoulder to shoulder walk it out. They didn't find as much as one shell casing. They didn't find one piece of glass. Nothing. Nothing to what you said adds up. And it's hard.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, that's like...
I mean, for whatever reason, your two friends, are these your good friends?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These my... Like,
these your two, I'm assuming, close friends.
Yeah, we got...
And you're doing them an inservice by not telling us the truth.
I'm telling you the truth, son. I don't, like, what do you want?
How do you make shell casings disappear?
I don't know. How can I tell you about a shell case?
Eventually, an officer flat out asked, "If you know who did this, would you tell me?"
Told y'all the story, and that's it, bro. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Like, cause I told y'all. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Okay, just so you know, all right, because you're saying, well, I don't want to talk anymore. There's going to be a lot more questions. There's, and we're not trying to piss you off. The thing is, we don't know your friends.
Yeah.
So the reason we have to ask all these questions, because the more we know about your friends, your lifestyle, your friend's lifestyle, your friends, his friends, and the circumstances surrounding today, the more, the easier it's going to be for us to try and solve this.
Bortland didn't answer verbally. Instead, he shook his head no. Detectives noted that body language as a clear sign he was withholding the truth, because if Melly really was innocent, Bortland would have had no reason to protect him.
And I'm driving, ducking for my life, trying to make sure I don't get hit. And you telling me, you telling me about some shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. I'm driving. I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna be worried about? You know what I'm saying?
I know it's not for you to worry about.
Shit crazy, bro.
But if you tell me it happened there's got to be some evidence there. There's going to be broken glass, just like there's broken glass over here from when you guys open the doors and stuff like that. Okay, there's going to be broken glass over there when the windows got out. There's going to be casings from the people at your car. Okay, there's going to be evidence over there. Okay, right now there's nothing. I kind of think I know what happened because I got information by just telling me the truth, even if it's something that I don't want to hear. But I respect the truth rather than BS. Okay, and it's a simple question: if you knew who did this, okay, you may or may not know. If you knew who did this, would you tell me? It's either a yes or no question. Answer.
Honestly.
Yeah, honestly. The truth. You wouldn't?
Because I wouldn't want to be a part of that. I wouldn't want to.